Hi everyone, sorry I can't turn on my camera so connection gets erratic, but here are my questions. So number one, who is your favorite Filipino artist and why? Hello?
Sorry, you broke up for a second. Did
All
you
right.
say, oh, sorry.
Who is your favorite Filipino artist and why?
A few years ago, an artist named Moira toured with us, and we've always liked her music. And you know, somebody was just telling us about Leah Salonga, and I realized that she's done a lot of Broadway stuff that I hadn't had a chance to check out. But yeah, honestly, we just really need to try to make a list. Every time we're over, everything goes so quickly, but we need to try to get a list of artists that we should check out.
That's kind of what's nice about when we tour. It's nice when the openers are such talented artists, because then we get to get more exposure to their music and get a better sense of the Filipino sound, like what's popular over there. Because it can be kind of easy to be in our own little bubble here, where we just kind of have the Spotify chart, and we have so many songs mostly that we love, that we play, that are old songs. That's mostly what we do now, is we do a lot of throwback stuff, the stuff that we grew up listening to. So yeah, it can be tough when there's so much content out there to find content from other countries that we perform in. But we do usually appreciate when people ask us or let us know, who some of the bigger artists are at the time, because it kind of helps open our eyes and ears to that.
Okay, and speaking of collaborations, which Filipino artists would you like to collaborate with and why? And what kind of collaboration would you like to have?
Whoever the artist ended up being, we would. Sorry, Fabian. You go for it.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, in many ways, I feel like this upcoming show is going to be a collaboration. It's not going to be in the form of a YouTube video, but I mean, every night we're going to be performing on stage with our opening acts, who are very talented local musicians. So in a way, I feel like this is going to be a collaboration, and so we're excited to see them perform. And yeah, it's going to be fun. I think, we just want to get over there and just kind of like get the tour started, because like I remember the last time we were over there, we did a performance on like a bus. I forget what it was called.
Wish.
The Wish bus. And then afterwards, I remember just like spending hours watching some of their other videos and some of the other Filipino artists that had performed on that same bus. So I think we just need to get over there, and once we're over there, we'll be able to like more easily search for some of these artists and meet them and perform with them and stuff. And so I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of the drives, like from the airport to the hotel, from the hotel to the venue and back, we get more exposure to what's playing on the radio, and that's always kind of fascinating to hear that. And then from a collaborative standpoint, I feel like touring is kind of a collaboration from the perspective of putting on a show for the audience. It's not just us, like even if the audience bought a ticket to see us, we get excited when there's local Filipino artists that are opening up, because I feel like then the audience kind of gets the best of both worlds. And that's kind of, even though we may not be performing on stage at the same time, it's still putting on a broader show for the crowd.
I'm excited. Can I say something that's not related, but that I just wanted to say? I'm excited about you guys have a lot of basketball there, and that's my Daniel and I's favorite sport. So I'm excited to try and play some basketball while we're over there. And I'm a big sneaker guy, so I'm excited to go to some of the cool sneaker shops that you guys have over there. So it's going to be a lot of fun stuff we want to do when we're over there.
Yeah, I think wasn't one of the courts like a Kobe Bryant court or something like that?
Yeah. Yes, I forget what city it was, but it's known for like really good murals painted on the court. And at the time when Kobe Bryant had passed away, the last time we were there in 2020, he had just passed away. And so they had a really nice, oh, there's a chat here at the bottom, Tagwig City. Oh, that's you. I didn't know you guys could chat. That's awesome. Yes, that is cool. That was a really cool experience. I actually went all the way to the top and took a picture looking down, but very cool.
All right. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Salamat.
Thank you, Gary. Jeffrey of Cow Alerts, are you ready with your questions?
Yes. Hello, Boys Avenue.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. Yeah. So as for my first question, do you guys happen to know or memorize a song from any of our local artists here in the Philippines? And is there a chance that you can cover a Filipino song?
We haven't at the moment, but that has been an idea for years that we've thought of, is that someday it would be amazing to do a Filipino song in Tagalog and everything. I mean, that's not our language, but I feel like we could, with a little help, we could probably pull it off. But we just need the right song. Grace says maybe a song from Ben and Ben. Okay, we'll have to look that up. We'll write that down. But yeah, a lot of it is just, even for our channel, every couple weeks we just try to think what's the right song to do right now, you know. And it's we do have like a shared note, and we have our list, and you know, it's fun to see like what songs that, you know, one of the brothers maybe had heard on the radio that we had forgotten about, and we'll add it to the list of you know, songs that we should cover in the future. But it would be awesome to do a Filipino song someday.
That's awesome. And as for my second question, how will you describe your Filipino fan space from the experience you had with your past concerts here in the Philippines?
They love selfies.
That's true.
Yes.
And more than
Yes,
any
they
country
do.
in the world, the Filipinos love selfies. We first
They
heard the
do.
term groofy in the Philippines. We had never heard the word groofy before, which is a group selfie.
Yes.
But yeah, there's a passion for the emotion, and that's kind of a common thread. We've felt that since we first played there in, I think, February 2009, which was around Valentine's Day as well. And I think that's why it makes sense to bring us back, especially in February, because there's such an appreciation for love songs and emotion and romance and acoustic music and all of that. And that's honestly predominantly what we grew up listening to and what we love to make when we do cover songs. So I think that's kind of a connection that we have with the Filipino audience.
Thank you so much, and we are really excited to have you here in the Philippines.
Thank you, so are we. Salamat.
Thank you, Jeff. The next one is Vince of Philippine Concerts.
Hi, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Vincent from Philippine Concerts. Here's my first question. In comparison to the other shows you have given in the Philippines, how will your upcoming concert be different?
I think a lot of the difference is kind of like a perspective difference. We're going to add a lot of, you know, the classic. We've added several new cover songs that we didn't play last time that we were there, but just on a deeper emotional level, I think there's just a different perspective now post pandemic. There's a level of gratitude, I think, for everybody who is there and present in that concert, and that knows what the world went through the last almost 3 years. And the last time we played in the Philippines was literally 1 month before the pandemic really broke out. It was February of 2020, and we were always grateful that we were lucky enough to have the timing of that happen, where we were able to get those shows in. Because if it had been a month later, we might not have been able to pull off that show. So I think there's just been a lot of change that's happened in the world over 3 years that is different from the last time that we were there, and we can't wait to be back with the fans.
Okay, thank you. And my second question is, what are your song? What are favorites? What are the favorite songs you want to perform live? Songs, favorite songs you want to perform live. So
Yeah, two that I can think of that we never get tired of performing, and they've always been our favorite songs even before YouTube existed, would be Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, and we love Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. Those are two songs that we every time we play them, we must have played them hundreds, thousands of times at this point, but we never tire of them.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, Kinesha Robles of Malaya is next.
Thank you, Miss Grace. Hi, my name is Kanisha from Malaya Business. So I wanted to ask about your how every time you go here in the Philippines, you make sure to play mini tours. You play multiple cities. So can you let us know your thought process behind that? Because your Filipino fans find it very thoughtful, because not a lot of artists or band think of doing that, because not everyone can go to Manila. So can you share your thought process behind that? What made you want to do that?
Yeah, it's a big way, honestly, of us giving back and saying thank you to the fans. It's because of their support. It's because the Philippines embraces us as a whole country that we're able to play as often there as we do. So for us from the beginning, it was always fun to, even from our first tour, we played Cebu. And then over time, we've played a lot of other places, and so it's just like, it's so cool to be so a part of the culture and so embraced by the people that we don't have to just play Manila. Manila is a spectacular city, but there's just so much more to the country. So honestly, for us, it's an easy decision. Everybody and also, like, everybody's a little different at each of the shows. Everybody sings a lot, everybody screams a lot, but the culture is just even slightly different from show to show. So for us, it's fun to get out and see all the other places too.
Okay, so you've talked about a while ago that this is your we're all getting back to live music again after the pandemic. So are there any songs you're excited to perform for the first time now that you're back in the live scene again?
Yeah, there was
There
was a song that Adele released, I think, like during the pandemic, called Easy on Me, and we did a cover of it, and it went on to be one of our most like of our recent covers last few years, one of our most viewed. So we'll be playing that song, and I feel like we all know we can, like, when you play the chorus, you can kind of hear the Filipino crowd singing it. Like, I'm confident that's gonna happen, where we're gonna hear all the people singing along, and we can't wait for it.
Salamat. See you in Manila.
Salamat.
Same.
Thank you, Kinesha. Okay, the last question will come from Niche of Manila Concert Scene.
Hi guys, welcome back to Manila soon, and Davao and Cebu. So my question goes like, K-pop is one of the biggest music genres now, and we've seen an influx and growth in the past few years. So are you open to exploring covers of K-pop?
Anytime you try to do a cover in a different language, I feel like you have to be really sort of sensitive and respectful of whether you think you can, really sing in that language properly. We've done a couple covers in Spanish because our parents are Puerto Rican and we grew up listening to Spanish music. But much beyond that, I don't think we've given a lot of thought to doing covers in other languages. We love that songs from other cultures have permeated the mainstream culture. I think that's awesome. I remember back in the 90s, there was like a Latin infusion. I know there's been some like Italian techno and pop songs that have been popular over the years, and now to see K-pop, you know, and even with Psy and when all that stuff happened, you know, bleeding over into the mainstream, I think it's phenomenal. I don't know that I see that being something that we could do really well, and so I think we would maybe just stick to the things that we know we do well.
Thank you. Being the last person in this interview, any last words to invite your fans over to check you out in the 3 cities in the next few weeks?
Just that we love you guys. We love the Filipino people and the crowds and our fans. And we've missed you. It's been 3 years, and we can't wait to see you guys this February. Mahal namin kayo.
Thank you, guys. Good luck on the tour.
Salamat. Thank you so much. Thanks
you.
to everybody here too. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, boys.